everyone, and welcome back to my videos. Today's video, I want to go in depth and talk about something that a lot of people struggle with. I know a lot of people get acne, people get zits, people have severe acne. So today I really want to talk about the drug that's called Accutane, and it's also known as isotretinoin. So I wanted to go a little bit in depth with it. I know it might sound a little bit weird right now, but I'm actually dealing with some sickness since Thanksgiving. I will try to dictate as much as I can through this video without sneezing or things like that, but I have tissue just in case, God forbid, if something extreme happens. But today, I'm just gonna go right into it like I always do, and I'm gonna explain it. I took Accutane myself, and you know, it's 2010, so I actually started my Accutane story around in 05 or 06 when I know I took it as soon as I graduated high school. And I wanted to take it right after high school before I started college, so like that I didn't have to deal with the stress of having acne throughout college, because I know that some people deal with it through middle school and high school and you get made fun of for it. And you know, that's more exactly what you're known for, and you know, you're sick and tired of being known for that and you don't want to be known for that. So luckily, you know, I got surrounded by really good friends and I didn't really have to deal with it, but just as my own issue, I had to deal with it because it was something that I had to look at every day, and something that, you know, I had to deal with on a daily basis. So I started getting acne like when I was around 13 years old. So and it just was really bad. Like I would get like, and I'm not the one that really gets the little small ones. I would get like, you know, a couple of really big ones. Like I would get not pimples but zits. Like it would be so bad. I remember I would get them like on the tip of my nose. I remember when I first started, I used to get them on my nose a lot, and then after a while it just ended up going on my cheeks a lot, and then as I got older, it ended up going like on my chin a lot. So I was lucky never to really get any on my, you know, forehead. Luckily, that's not where I really got mine. I usually got mine around my cheeks, right here, and then on my nose. So I mean, after middle school and high school, like, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm done with this. I don't want to go into the real world dealing with this. I don't want to go into college, God forbid, with having to deal with this type of stress. And on top of that, like, when you work in a business, whether it's retail or fashion or finance or lawyer or anything, you know, when you're getting hired for a job, you're actually, you know, a lot of people are judged just by their looks. So it was something that I wanted to do just for myself, not for anyone else, but something that I knew would make me feel better and make me a lot more confident in myself. So I decided to take Accutane. What is Accutane? Accutane is this pill drug. It comes in a pill form, and it's basically meant for people who have severe acne. Now, I'm saying severe acne. If you're one of those people that has like a couple of pimples and you're like, oh, I consider this severe acne, like, no, you don't. I don't think people really know the extremity of how bad severe acne is. Like, you know when you go and watch a show and then you see someone with really bad acne and then you're like, ooh, God, like, thank God my acne's not that bad. Okay, yeah. That person that you're making fun of is the person who has severe acne, not you. Now, severe acne is like, you literally have pimples all over your face and your face is completely red from it, or if you just get really bad zits, if you've tried every over-the-counter drug and nothing has worked, if you've gone to the dermatologist and they've given you prescribed drugs and nothing has worked. So it's basically when you run out of all of your options, and after all of your options are done, nothing has worked. So I don't condone you getting Accutane because it is a very, you know, it is a very severe drug that has a lot of like side effects and warnings and things like that, which I will get into. But you have to be very careful when considering even taking Accutane. First of all, not everyone is eligible for Accutane. You have to go to your dermatologist, and your dermatologist will even tell you if you're even eligible for Accutane, because they will look at your skin, and then if they feel it's even not even that bad, then what's the whole point of giving it to you? So your dermatologist has to either recommend whether you're eligible for Accutane or not. You can't just say, you know, I heard about Accutane and I want to take it, because most likely they're going to say, no, that's not how it works, you know. So I went to the dermatologist, and this was right after I graduated high school and right before I was starting college. And Accutane is you take it for, I think it's a 3 or 6 month period. I don't remember how long I took mine for, but I went to the dermatologist and I was like, look, this is my first time seeing a dermatologist in years. I'm sick and tired of dealing with acne. I don't want it anymore. I've tried every over-the-counter product. Do not give me any creams or anything like that right now, because I've done that before and nothing has completely worked. I heard about Accutane through a friend of the family's, a family friend, and I heard it was working really well for them. So I wanted to know, you know, if you can tell me a little bit more about that, because that's something that I'm, you know, interested in. And if you can just tell me a little bit more about it, it's something that I probably want to go through with. So I talked to my dermatologist, and my dermatologist was like, you know, he really understood my story. He was like, you know, and he was, because at first he was going to give me some creams. And I was like, no. I was like, I've done all this. So, like, you know, I'm like at my last, you know, point. So he looked at my skin and he was like, you know, okay, you know. And then he, like, basically, he took out this whole booklet. And this booklet had every single warning and every single side effect that had to do. It was literally like a binder. It was a binder with full of pages. It was like so many pages. And it had everything having to do with Accutane, what it does, what it's exactly used for. So after he explained everything to me, I was like, okay, I think I'm ready for it. You know, I thought it really through, and I was like, you know, is this something that I really want to do? Like, you know, there's so many side effects, yada, yada, yada. So boom, I took Accutane. Now, I wrote down a couple of questions, and I want to just answer straight to the questions, because then if not, I start to drag on. So I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm going to go into the couple of questions that I have and then just move forward, okay? So, what is Accutane? Like I said before, Accutane is a pill drug, also known as Accutane, and you take it in a pill form. You take it twice a day. I think you take one in the morning and one at night. You can do it that way. I think you need to do between a certain time span. I took mine one in the morning, one at night, just so I didn't forget. So I think you could take it like, it has to be like, if you take it at 8 in the morning, you have to take it at 8 at night. So that's how you would have to work it. If you forget it, I try to recommend you not forget it. I mean, I'm hoping no one would forget to take their medicine, because, you know, I took it very seriously, so it's something that I never really forgot to take. Unless I was late an hour or something like that. Like, if I was late an hour and I took mine in the morning at 8 o'clock, and I knew I was supposed to take it at 8 o'clock at night, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, so then I would take it at 10 o'clock at night, and then I'd wait at 10 in the morning. So, you know, Accutane is basically a pill drug form. You take it twice a day for around 3 to 6 months. And then what it does, it basically gets rid of severe acne. So that's what Accutane is. Who is eligible for it? Anybody with a healthy mental state of well-being. Like, anybody who is not going through any depression in life or going through anything crazy in life, are living a happy life. There's, you know, you're healthy, you're mentally healthy, physically healthy. There's nothing really crazy going on in your life, and just have to be in really good physical and mental condition. Those are the people who are eligible for it. You're not eligible if you're pregnant. That's one of the biggest things that they throw out there. You know, I mean, there's no reason for me to talk about it, but Accutane is for both men and women. So I know that one of the things that they, you know, talked about for women is, you know, make sure you're not pregnant, because it can actually cause deformities within the baby. So you cannot be pregnant while taking Accutane, or you cannot get pregnant while taking Accutane. So that's what I highly suggest. And I know there's a lot of more worse side effects for women than there is for men, so you might want to look into that. So I'm only telling you through my experience. So who is eligible for it? Basically everyone with anybody with a healthy mental state of well-being. What are some of the side effects to expect during treatment? I would probably say, okay, there's so many side effects. One of the biggest ones is that it really dries out your skin so dry. Like, you need to, like, you can put lotion on and it'll dry it off. Like, it's not going to really matter. You just have to keep yourself really, really moisturized. One of the things that it does do is that you have to also stay away from the sun. So you need to add sunblock everywhere, because since just the drug itself, it dries out your skin really bad. I know they told me to take sunblock, and I have to put sunblock on my face and all over my skin before I went out. So I had to really protect, you have to really protect your skin, because, you know, what it's going to do during treatment is you're going to end up getting a lot of zits and a lot of pimples when you're first taking the Accutane, and that's actually a good thing. Like, people usually get nervous because they're like, oh my god, I'm really breaking out while taking Accutane in the beginning. But that's only because, you know, it's working. So once it does that, it will eventually go away. Trust me, like, it will go away. The side effects is basically like dry skin, you have to make sure you stay away from the sun. I personally can't use sunblock. Sunblock makes me break out, so I had to like wear a hat, or I just stayed inside all day. Like, yeah, I was that extreme. I mean, I don't really like the sun anyway, so I try to stay away from it as much as I can. So, I mean, I was fine with it. So if you don't have sunblock, use a hat.